Former President Roh Tae-woo has passed away on Tuesday. As the nation's 13th leader, he participated in a 1979 coup before going on to win a landmark democratic election. However, his tumultuous political career ended in prison. Kim Do-yeon is standing by at the hospital where Roh died. Do-yeon, do fill us in.
Daniel, I'm at Seoul National University Hospital, where, like you said, the former President Roh Tae-woo has passed away earlier today. According to the hospital, he was pronounced dead at 1:46 p.m. at the emergency care center. His doctor also said that he had been in poor health and was undergoing treatment for a number of illnesses. Let's take a listen.
The deceased was admitted to Seoul National University Hospital several times due to repeated pneumonia and cellulitis while struggling with multisystem atrophy and continued treatment for deep vein thrombosis.
Recently, a team from this hospital was sent to his home to provide treatment. He had hypoxia and low blood pressure starting yesterday and was admitted to the emergency room at 12:45 p.m. today. About an hour later, he was pronounced dead. The doctor also said he can't reveal the specifics on his conditions, but he had been seriously ill for a while.
Do-yeon, do we know anything about the funeral procedures yet? Some may expect a state funeral.
Daniel, first, the funeral home within the hospital, as you see behind me, will start accepting guests to pay their respects starting 10 a.m. tomorrow. As for state funeral, the decision has yet to come. That would be something to be decided during a cabinet meeting, and legally speaking, he would qualify for a state funeral as a former president. But considering he was sentenced to 17 years in prison for taking part in the coup that led to the authoritarian regime of Chun Doo-han, on top of other crimes such as corruption, the public may not welcome a state funeral. He was, however, pardoned by his successor, Kim Young-sam. And with this also comes the question regarding his burial. Former presidents are laid to rest at the National Cemetery, but due to his criminal records, he may not be treated in the same fashion. In addition, even if the decision is made for a state funeral, if the bereaved family rejects the idea, it won't happen.
All right, Do-yeon, and some foreign media highlighted that he helped South Korea come into the international spotlight.
That's right, Daniel. There have been reports from foreign media paying attention to his death while describing his presidential election as a landmark democratic election. The New York Times called it mixed legacy as well, considering he was in office when South Korea joined the United Nations as a member state, as well as hosting the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Bloomberg also noted the economic boom that came during his presidency, as South Korea's GDP almost doubled during his term. However, as I mentioned before, for South Koreans, his crimes will not be forgotten and came during a critical point in history and the fight for democracy. Daniel?
All right, Do-yeon, thank you for being out there for us. We appreciate it.